Hey, so this is part two about what I was talking about, where obsessions can actually be compulsions. When it gets into the mental engagement of arguing this or that, whatever, and all the emotions it throws at you, trying to when we get sucked into the emotions, right? That's also part of the OCD. So, how do we disentangle from that? Exactly that. You notice that it's its own world and that none of what's going on in these compulsions is reality. So then you're disentangling from that and getting engaged in your actual life. Because think of how much time you spend going back and forth with these thoughts in your head. It's like I said, it's like having a schizophrenic person or multiple personality disorder. I'm not saying we have that, but it's like you get lost into this like other world or this mystical land, right? Where you're battling these demons and you forget, oh shit, like this is actually a compulsion. So it helps to frame it this way because it's actually the truth. Like you are engaging in with the monster. You're going into that ring and you're trying to fight the monster. But in fighting it, you're making it have a power it doesn't have. Like, why even engage with it? It's a fucking loser, right? And there's nothing you can like gain from it. Like, you just have to like stop it. So learn to get outside of that and engage in what's around you, what's in your actual life, whether it's hanging out with friends. It has no connection to your inner world. Like, what's going on inside your head is completely separate from what's going on in the outside reality. So it's important to keep that boundary with yourself. Like, just because I'm having this freaking volcano in my head does not mean that that's what's going on in reality. So how do you catch it? It's developing that mindfulness skill. Like, oh, I notice I'm going into that ring again, that wrestling ring, with this freaking creature that's like spewing all this bullshit, and I don't actually need to do that right now. Let me get out of that ring and come back into reality. It's a constant disengagement because it wants to pull you into the ring. It wants you to fight it. But you don't actually, in fighting, the actual fight is learning to not even entertain its thought processes. And OCD can be very convincing, right? It's like, it's magical, right? It's like all of a sudden we're like lost in this other world. It's like, oh shit, no, this like isn't reality. I need to come back. So start by imagining, if you can, when you notice the OCD, it's pulling you into the ring. And you got to say, no, I'm not engaging in this. I don't want to play. First of all, I'm going to whoop your ass by not engaging with you. Get out of that ring and start living your life. Whether it's a hobby, a special interest, this is where your real life happens, and it's not in your head. Life does not happen in your head. It happens in reality. So the more that you can distinguish between the two, the better off you're going to be. I hope this helps.